Hey guys, it's Laura at the Florida Patriot channel, and I know it's been a long time and I'm really sorry. I've meant to get back to you guys way before now. Of course I know that none of you are just like jumping at the gun for a video from me, but you know, anyway, I just want to say it's a couple topics I want to go over, and it's kind of going to be all over the place, but it'll come in a circle. The first thing I wanted to say was thank you to Snafu Snaps. I know we all know who he is, and I appreciated today his level of loyalty and honesty with the family. And this family is very important to me, I know, and I know it's important to other people. Like, I'm not always able to be in the chat. I listen to every single show, whether it be at the time or later, and I listen to the whole thing from beginning to end, and I listen to what everyone has to say. And that's what I love about this family, is that we are so accepting. Like, it doesn't matter what your views are on each particular subject. Like, we might not all agree on what's going wrong or when it's going wrong or who's doing it. Well, I think we all can agree on that. But we do all agree that there's something that we need to be doing here in the United States. There's something that we need to be, you know, trying to encompass more people in this family. And we need to grow this family, because growing this family is what's going to change this world. And I think we can change this country, guys, and I think we can get 1 million subs. Like, I think the Marfoogle family can go really far. And, you know, I think that we should even maybe start trying to contact some of the other truthers that have good channels, that we know have good information, maybe in some way bring them into the fold. I don't know. I don't even know if that's a possibility. I know I'm one of those people that, like, you know, if I don't agree with what you have to say, like, I just, you know, I still listen to you. I just don't have to do what you say or whatever. But I know some people are like, cannot, you know, can't mesh like that. So I don't know. I was just something off the top of my head. I was thinking about like some of the channels that I really like and that I think put out good information, and what better way to grow our family, but then to kind of encompass all of those creators, and then therewith and encompassing their subs as well. We all know that the only way we're going to change this, and honestly, I'm not sure, guys, if we aren't too far with AI. Like, I know that we all think Skynet's like just coming on or about to come on or whatever, but I have to be honest with you guys that it's been a long time. Like, this has been going on, and we're coming in late. And the baby boomers, my parents, that generation dropped the fucking ball. And my generation came along and kicked it a little further down the road. And now we have big problems. We have big problems with our children. We have big problems with the elites. We have big problems with AI. And these are serious problems. And I don't know how it can be changed or if it can be changed. I don't know what we can do. I just know that each one of us needs to reach as many people as we can and get this group to be as strong as it can, because there's going to be more of us than them. There's got to be a way to change it. There's got to be a way to turn this back. I hope. I don't know. Just a thought. A couple things I did want to go over about like what I focus on here. Like, I really have been doing a lot of research and thinking a lot about your dog's preparedness. I've been thinking a lot about how a lot of us will be counting on our dogs for protection. We'll be counting on them for alerting us, like of, you know, I mean, there's going to be a time that you might need your dog to be, like, you don't want to teach them they can't ever bark, because then they're not going to bark when you need them to bark. Like, this is a fine line that you're going with your animal. A couple things I've done since we've talked last. I went ahead and bought a muzzle that I'm gonna start training my dog with, and I won't even unbox it until we can do it together. I need to have a day that I don't have 9 dogs. I have 9 dogs today, and 5 of them right here. But I need to do it on a day I can focus on just him, and show you guys how it goes, and how I measured for it, and the best place to get them, and see if this is even the best style. It may not be. I may have to adjust, and I may have to get something different, I'm thinking, but we'll see. We'll just see how it goes. I do have electric collars I have a collar just for barking on the way to see how that goes. I did have some input from one of my friends who trains dogs as well, and he said the problem with the bark collars is they don't go off when they whine. So then the dog learns he can whine and get away with that. So, which I honestly can't stand either. My dog has he's a big boy, but he has a shrill, piercing bark that is very irritating that I'm trying to curb. So that's some of the things we're going to go over there. I've also done some research on calorie intake, water intake, what you need to, which is better, canned or bagged for long term, what you can do about, how far can you go, like how you're going to have to push yourself to work on the fewest calories a day that you can. And you're also going to have to push your dog to do the same. And your dog being fit and well trained already, which I'm going to go over some training things with you guys, some things about hand signals and that kind of stuff to make it so that, wouldn't it be great if, you could just communicate with your dog without that adversary knowing what you're saying. That dog may be the only chance you have for that 1 or 2 seconds you need to get to your personal, you know what I'm saying, your protection. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. So anyway, it's rainy today here in Florida, but we like it when it rains because that means the sun isn't out and baking us to death. So it's actually a beautiful day. There was another thing I wanted to go over with you guys. A lot of the talk right now has been of, I'm sorry guys, you gotta excuse me, I smoke, it is what it is. One of the things that has been worrying me and has been on my mind as a prepper and what I've been focusing on, honestly, is nuclear. I think it's a big possibility, guys, I really do. I think for the first time since the Cuban Missile Crisis, I think we really have an issue, and the funny thing is I don't think we're being prepared at all. I don't think we're being told what to do at all. I have a couple of books on nuclear preparedness. I was married to a Marine for 23 years, so I do know some things. What I did was I bought a big rolls, you can get them at Lowe's, Home Depot, whatnot, of thick mill black plastic. Okay, the thick black plastic is going to be what you're going to want to seal all of your windows and doors with. I have a few different kinds of tape, and I've used them for various things. This is actually heat duct tape, not the duct tape that this is for heat vents. It's meant to seal for air. So I'm thinking that this would probably be the best thing to use for sealing that. I had an issue with one of my doors that I wanted to cover it with plastic because it lets a lot of air out. It has these glass slats on one side and screen on the other, but there's no real way to seal it. So it's letting a lot of my air conditioning out. So I covered it with plastic and I put this tape on it, and I felt like it did a fairly good job. I think I should try some other applications and see what I think. I do have like a thick black, like electrical tape, but it's thicker like a duct tape. And then I have one that's actually super waterproof tape that my husband uses for boyfriend. He's not really my husband. We've been together for a long time, so sometimes I feel so stupid to say boyfriend. Like, Anyway, so he uses it. He's a pool guy, and they use it, and it works underwater. And I've used it for some things, and it works good. But it really wasn't my favorite for tape. But I also feel like you should have clear plastic as well. Like, you're not going to want to have to take on and off tape and on and off plastic to look or to get out of your bug in. And that, if it's a nuclear, guys, you're going to bug in. You're going to stay where the fuck you are. I mean, if you go out, you're being stupid. I'm just going to say. If you can stay in, you stay in. And you put as many layers between you and that fallout as you can. And here in Florida, it's one thing that's great is that we do have concrete houses. Like, my house is a block house. It's one story. There's obviously no basements because of the water table. and I have it's hurricane set up. So all of my windows have awnings that come down and lock. And then my big windows have things that you pull across and it locks. So that's really great. But there's still going to be those doors and windows that you do want to get out of or see out of, and that you do one. You do one door that you can get in and out of or see out of. Everything else is sealed. And you want to do black because you don't ever want anybody to be able to see a light inside of your home. Whether it be candlelight or electric or whatever, you don't want anybody to be able to tell if there's anybody in there. So that's why I say black. Also the black, I just think it's, I don't know, I think it's better. I'm looking for input too. Like if you guys have ideas, you know, shoot them to me. But nuclear is going to be a really big thing, guys. And I think that it's, you know, I don't even think it'll be somebody else that will do it to us. I think it'll happen from within. I really do. I hope that our military people are smart enough to see that a lot of the enemies right now that we are facing are domestic. Not only do we have the sleeper cells that we know are here, we have to worry about our own tyrannical government, quite frankly. The Democrats are so crazy to see him fail. I honestly believe they would do something to sabotage the whole country to see him fail. I really do. I think it's that bad. I want to see if there's anything else I wanted to touch on. I do want to say to Adam and your wife, I'm sorry, I don't know her name. Congratulations on that baby. What a beautiful baby girl. You guys have more of a reason than anyone to want this world to be a better place. And I think you guys, better than anyone, to lead us there to get there. And I know, Marf, that you always say it's not about me, it's about the family, but actually, Marf, it is a lot about you. There's a lot of us that had thought about doing things or had thought about creating or, you know, wanted to help in some way. There's a lot of us that I would not be doing this right now if it wasn't for you. And you've brought about so many people. And this family has so much to contribute to each other. And we come from all walks of life. Like, we have lawyers, we have military, we have dog boarders. I mean, we have all kinds. Like, this isn't about race, color, creed, religion. I don't care about any of that. What this is about is bringing this country back to a whole and making it a place we want to be, guys. Do you guys want to live in the Jetsons? Because I don't. Do you guys want balloons overhead that are, you know, facial recognition and counting your peas and your carrots? And guys, where are we? Where are we? Like, this is looking a lot like another country, if you know what I mean. And there's a lot of them here, and they're ready to go. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I love you all. And like J-Stone, your videos are so helpful. And I wish I had time in a day. I'm trying to set up my website for my business and get things like that done for that. And I don't have time to even think about doing like thumbnails and all that. I put these videos out as they are. I don't edit them. I don't have a lot of time, and so I try to get done what I'm going to get done and move on to the next task of my day. Like, it's a lot trying to do this on my own, and you know, getting the business part done while I'm trying to get them done. Like, I take good care of the dogs that I watch them. Like, I don't just leave them, you know, running in the yard and not pay attention. I take care of them. And you know, a lot of times I bathe them, I brush them, I do their nails if they need to be done while they're here. Some of them I train because they're not very well trained. And you know, I really do take good care of them, so in that, it takes a lot of time. That's one thing I love about Marf's show, though, because I can like turn it on and listen to it for hours, and I don't have to, you know, mess with my phone. And you hear everybody and what everybody has to say about things. I hate it that I miss a chat, because I think I miss out on a lot of good times talking to you guys. I know I always do have a good time talking to you. Just want to shout out all the channels that I know of that are in this family, and we should all be subscribing to. West Virginia Prepared Mind, Homegrown, Snafu Snaps, Bubba News, Doomsday Davy, Central Florida Prepper. I know there's more, and I'm missing them. They'll come to me right when I get done with this. But anyway, and the other thing I appreciate is those of you in the family who have time to like research the articles and pull them up. And I know some people think, well, they don't want to listen to me read this whole article or part of this article, but the truth of the matter is, I do. Like, I don't have time to sit there and read all those articles, but it's all interesting information that I want to know about. So I appreciate those channels that do that. And I appreciate those channels that scour the news and bring me what's important, because I don't have time for it. And I don't want to not be up to date on what's going on. And I just don't have the time for it. I'm sorry, I don't. I wish I did. It's going to be all I can do to help you get your dogs prepped and get your dogs ready for something that's coming. The first thing I want to say is just make sure you're exercising your dog every day. Make sure your dog can make it as far as you can, which usually they'll outdo us. So it's usually not a problem. I know that we all probably have that one old dog that's 10 or 12 or whatever. And, you know, you need to accept facts about what's going to happen when shit hits the fan. I know it's hard, and it's a terrible thing to think about. It is. It's terrible. But some of them aren't going to be able to make it with us. And, you know, I don't know about you guys, but my dogs are my fam. And both of mine are young and strong right now. But, I mean, dogs, it's 10 years, 15 years, and that's not very long. So, but, you know, a lot of something is prepping your mind for what's coming. Not having your dog on some obese diet. I've been doing some research, too, about dog foods and what you should be feeding your dog and what we are feeding our dog and what the difference is there. We've done the same thing to our dogs that we've done to our children. We've GMO'd them, we've put colors in their food, we've baked the food, so that kibble is baked so hard and long that there's not even any nutrients in it. So I see more dogs with allergies and skin problems and breathing issues. Look, when I was a kid, you never saw that. Never. And now it's all over the place. It's not just our kids, it's our dogs, it's everything. We've contaminated the whole genetic line with all this Monsanto crap. So I'm trying to get down to what's good for your dog and what you can feed them. And a lot of people are saying raw foods, and my boyfriend doesn't want me to do it. Like, he's like, oh, I'm afraid of like salmonella and bacteria and stuff. And I gotta do more research before I can just throw my dog a chicken. I'm sure all of you know that you don't ever feed a dog chicken bones. You can give them like a T-bone from a steak. Those ham bones that you get in the store, they're good. Don't go with ribs. They can swallow ribs and choke on them. Anyway, I don't think there was a whole lot more for me to say. I think I've gone on long enough. But again, I want to say thanks so much, Snafu. Truth, yo. Truth. And we all need to accept that there's going to be some people that are going to try to take this family down simply because they're jealous of what this family is. Adam is so humble. And he has brought this family together from nothing. When you think about his first video with that FEMA thing, and think about, just comparing the first shows to the shows he does now, like, this family's come a long way, dude. And I don't have his tech savvy, so I would never be able to do it, but I just wanted to say, I love you guys. I hope everybody has a great day. I hope everybody does one thing today to prep for that day they can't just do whatever they want. Just do one thing today. One thing. Do one thing with your dog today. Be that change we want to see. If all of us be it, and all of us, and all of us do all we can every day, sooner or later, something's got to click. You guys want to see? Okay. So this is Wesley. Say hi, Wesley. This is Jax. This is Quigley. This is Willow. This is my Willow. That's Lexi laying on the floor. And my dogs are inside with their dad, and I have a couple others that really don't love company. So anyway, I'm out, guys. I hope you guys have a great day. I love you all. It's good to see Marf back. And again, congratulations on the baby. And everybody have a good one.